And we welcome you inside 3M Arena at Mariucci here on the University of Minnesota campus as we start today's league action with the Pacific Steelers and the Washington Pride. My name is Mike Cook. Connor Harthorne running the show over here with cameras. He'll be the man in charge today for us. And as you look at the Washington Pride, they've won 3 in a row coming into this one. They beat Mount Academy 7-2 and Rothsay 3-0 yesterday. And they beat, that was yesterday, absolutely. And Pacific, they come in, they've been struggling. They're 2-10 on this season. Got beat by Rothsay Netherwood yesterday, 5-4. Junior Flyers from Philly beat them 3-0, and Naha White beat them 8-1. But they did beat Mount Academy 3-1 the other day. Their lone win in the last 6 outings for the Pacific Steelers out of Vancouver, British Columbia. And, of course, the Washington Pride out of D.C. Washington Pride to be wearing their black sweaters going right to left. Keep an eye on Sophia Leto. She had a hattie yesterday in that win over Mount Academy. And it looks like the Pride going to go with Madison Maloney between the pipes, number 35. And speaking of 35, other end for Pacific, I believe, is Julianne Hendricks. They have 2 33s listed on the roster, but one is a goalie, and I'm assuming that is her. They don't have a 35 listed on the roster, so we're going with Hendricks. We will let you know if that differs somewhere along the way. We will keep our eyes on the stats as well. They do have Hendricks listed as the starter, so feeling pretty confident on that one. As Pacific dumps that one in here underway. As I said, from 3M Arena at Mariucci. And good morning to you checking in from Vancouver. Hopefully you got your coffee going where it's just a hair after 6 a.m. over there. And for the Washington folks, probably a couple of coffees down, 9 a.m. in our nation's capital. Washington coming down, looking to get the first opportunity. Backhand scramble in front. And the save that time by Hendricks. Audrey O'Brien in for Washington on the first opportunity of this hockey game for either squad. All of 30 seconds elapsed. Lone game today for each of these squads. Each played 2 yesterday. Been a busy weekend for these young ladies here in Minneapolis. Hemingway down low, 21 in black. She had a couple of assists. I think she had a goal as well for Washington yesterday. And she's got a goal early on in this one. All of 41 seconds in. 1-0 Pride. Just walked out from the circle. Wrist shot, top shelf. We'll have to see if they do award any assists on that one. But as we said, that Pacific could be a bad omen. They are averaging 5.1 goals allowed per game, scoring just 1.2. The Pride averaged 2.9 offensively and allow 3.4. You said Washington right to left. Keep back into the zone. Another quick shot. Hendricks got the shoulder up on that one. Nearly 2 rip early for the Pride. See if Pacific can get something coming out the other way with the Steelers. Looking at the league standings, Washington Pride, they are 4th at 8-7-1. And the Steelers at 2-10, they are 7th in the 8-team standings. And we've got a whistle. Puck out of play. Here, all of 126 into this one. By the way, just looking at the Hemingway goal, Cronforce got the lone assist on that one, number 2. She had a nice game defensively yesterday for the Pride, who come back into the zone. Pacific wearing the whites with the red helmets. Turnover in their own zone. Now they're going to come back. Hopefully circle. Can they get out this time? They shall. Number 11 leading the rush. That's Olivia Montagano. I'm sorry. I didn't get a pronunciation guide, so we apologize if we butcher these. Nearly 2 rip early. Campbell Haggerty just missing on the rebound for Washington. Pacific got to try and get something out of their own zone. They're going to try to come back along the near side boards, but Evans is there. Ariana Evans, 2025 grad, 6 in black. We'll call that name a lot this morning. Genevieve Villette coming out as well. Number 4 had a goal yesterday. Kept in by the Pride. Right side circle just up top. Villette couldn't quite control, but a puck back into the corner as she and Annie Sharif battled for the puck. 44 in white is Sharif. And it is 2-0 Pride. That was a sloppy goal, but they all count the same. I think it looks like Hendricks just simply misplayed that one in the net. Tried to clear it with her stick. Instead, up and in. And it's 2-0 Washington. We'll have to get the official goal scoring on that one. 2:33 time of the goal. And an early timeout taken by the Pacific Steelers. 2 shots on goal, I believe, for the Pride. And both have went in. Waiting for the update here on who got that last goal for Washington. Here in a very quiet 3M arena at Mariucci. Ruby there was going to get the goal, and they are saying it was all alone for Ruby. We go to the Washington stat page, and for Ruby, that would be goal number 1 of the season. She does have 3 helpers coming in. I didn't see if she got the puck, but all right, horn sounds. We get ready to go back here on the University of Minnesota campus. Little board banging by the Pacific Steelers. And quickly down by a 2-0 count. Back in front, and quick save that time. Maloney had to be alert there here at this early hour in the Twin Cities, but these hockey players, they're used to these early games. And looks like it's going to be the draw will be Samantha Wu for Pacific. And actually Pacific does win that draw. They're going to punch that one in. That was 71. Bobnet Dalawal. I'm sure we're butchering that name. 71 in white, keeps it in right at the left point. Near side boards, number 91, who we do not have a name for Pacific. And I look on their website, I don't see a 91 either. Maybe that's just somebody wearing a jersey after theirs was damaged. I'm not certain on that. So right now, we'll just call her number 91. Pacific. Washington looking to keep the pressure on in the early stages of this one. They got a couple quickies, just 3.5 in. Here comes number 7, Jessica Bride, Bryde for Pacific, the Steelers. And they're going to make it. They made a couple player change. Washington made a 3-player change, I believe, that time coming down. As Madeline Hill with the puck for the Pride. Backhands it up, tries to get it up to her teammate, number 21, Hemingway, who got one of the early goals. Able to do so. Then Washington tried again to get out of their own end. Hemingway shadowed on the far side boards by Dea Soe. Forward for the Pacific squad. So set out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Also had a team from Prince Edward Island in this one. That was the Mount Academy. So we've got, I think, both ends of the Canadian country covered, both west and east. Bad turnover in front, and easy save that time for Maloney off the shot from Annie Sharif. Second shot of the game for Pacific. In early stages of this one. Actually, I stand correct. The third shot of the game for Pacific. Washington has 5. Controlled by the Pride. That's Audrey O'Byrne, number 10. Head of steam through neutral, across the big M at center. And the Pride were offsides. They will have to tag up. And they are not. When one player sneaking in, doesn't matter because here comes Pacific the other way briefly. As Washington controls once again. Haley Benson, number 15. Name will call a lot today for the Pride. This is Evans from her defensive position trying to lead the offensive rush. As the puck goes far side boards. First touch, Aurora Kaler for Vancouver. Can she poke it out? They do briefly, but it's going to be Washington controlling back at neutral. Evans, the left side shot. Out there with Hadley Kramer, number 8. The righty on the right point. Speaking of, she tried to get the pass across, and Maloney's going to steer that one aside as Pacific completes their 5-player change. Washington battling at their own half wall. Pacific really yet to get much of anything set up other than one brief flurry, lasted a few seconds really. Otherwise, there's been a lot of Washington thus far. Siebertova leading the rush this time for Pacific. And that was 13 trying to get through her way with Samantha Wu. Called that one a couple times. Here's number 91. And a quick shot. Maloney save, rebound, and a goal. On the doorstep, Samantha Wu puts Pacific on the board. 6:14 time of this goal for the Steelers. A much, much needed goal for the Pacific squad. Did not want to go down 3-0 to the Pride. 6:14 time of this one. Again, that was just set up on the right side with the quick shot. Rebound right there. Nothing Maloney could do on that for Washington. But the Pride quickly back into the zone. That shot goes wide of the cage off the stick of Faith Jordan. Jordan, I believe, had a goal yesterday in that win over Mount Academy. Tuning in front. Stopping the door that time. Another quick shot. Rebound. That one goes just wide off the stick of Hill. Hendricks in net, standing strong for Pacific. Pacific look to break it out, unable to do so as they're going to circle back in their own end. Far side can't get out on the left side either. A good aggressive forecheck by the Pride. Opportunity in front. Quick shot. Big save. Hendricks able to rob Casey Blum. Nearly 3-1. Pride circling, looking to get it in front. Are they going to send it up top? They are. Jordan with a shot. Coming pitching in from that right side. Audrey O'Byrne from the defensive position. Battles at the half wall. Leto across. Quick shot. McGee just missed. McGee's second leading scorer on this team. Leto surpassed her yesterday with a hat trick. And here comes Lee for Vancouver. It's Pacific out of Vancouver. Quickly back in come the Pride. As we approach 8 minutes gone by in this one. 2-1 Washington from 3M Arena. Dumped back down by number 11 Montagano. But it didn't cross the red line. We're going to come back to the Pacific end on the icing call. Pacific, they're coached by Dana Birch. Kush Sidhu, the coach of the Washington Pride. Draw one by Washington. Evans just tried to get it towards the net. Backhand on the, trying to go forehand, backhand. Couldn't quite connect that time. Was Obeem. Cleared out by the Pacific Steelers. And Washington, again, Washington really been able to come out of their zone without much of an issue. But they crossed the blue line early once again, and that would be an offside. Face-off will come outside the blue line. 11:42 to go in the first. Right by the big Sun Country Airlines logo here on 3M Arena. Twin Cities base carrier. Comes Washington. Kramer carries the puck. Just she'll shoot that one all the way down. Hendricks gets the paddle down. Easy save for that young lady. Julianne Hendricks, the netminder. Here comes opportunity the other way. Here's Wu with an opportunity. She's got the goal for Pacific. Good, she got the shot off as she battled through a defender. Maloney, big save. Backhand. Wu across. Backhand in front. No, goes just wide off the stick of Montagano. Trying to get that equalizer. The Pacific Steelers, a little bit of sustained pressure in the zone. That went way wide. It was deflected by a Washington player off Siebertova with the shot. And here comes Washington. 3-on-2 if they heard. Nope, they're going to change behind the play. So it ends up being a 1-on-4. But 4 fresh skaters for the Pride. Pacific, I believe, kept everybody on the ice. Coming the other way, though, here's Bride. 15, Lee. I think it's pronounced Ruiqi. Ruiqi. Number 15. Apologize if we're messing up there. Didn't have a pronunciation guide provided. Back down. Nope, they're going to wave off the icing. Quick call by the official. As we approach halfway through period number 1. 7-6 shots on goal in favor of the Pride, who really, I think, have gotten the better of play. And that's going to go whistling just wide off the shot from Jordan. And another save, probably wisely hung on to by Hendricks, getting that mitt down. Face-off will be to her right. I think it's going to be 16 on the draw. Leto against Pride. Evans weaves around a couple defenders. Quick shot, Hendricks. Easy save, hit her right in the logo there. Held on to the puck. Sequence of events took all of 7 seconds. And we'll do the same combatants on the draw as we had moments ago. Nearly an opportunity to spring one out that time as Soy with the pickoff, but couldn't get going anything offensively. Victoria Bolescu brings it out for Pacific. To Lee, tied up right in front of the scorer's table. Little 2-on-2 action. Here comes number 28. I believe that is Ho Kwang. Sienna. The jersey a little bit tucked in. Hard to read the 8 there, but we believe that's her. Washington, nice move that time. McGee comes in. McGee will circle. Will she go back up top? She will. This is Kramer from way out. That hit traffic. And Pacific opportunity to break it out. They do get out of the zone and tip it down deep into the Washington end as Sharif gives chase. Here comes Washington once again. Not kept in the zone very long for Pacific. Wheeling through zone. Quick shot. Hendricks glove save. Nice flashing of the leather to stop Vetterman. Adeline Vetterman. A 2028 grad, youngest member of this Washington Pride squad. We do not have grad years for Pacific. Bringing around the boards. Can they get it out far side? Katie Johnston over there. Can that get out? No, aggressive coming back by Washington. That was number 2, Cronforce. Just did not give up on that play. Washington up to 10 shots now. I believe they had 20 in the first against Mount Academy yesterday. Another long shot. That was deflected wide of the cage off of Sharif playing defense, number 44. Washington again, near side, back top. Good puck movement by the Pride once again. And Souvenir up into the 4th row here at 3M Arena. See a couple of fans over on the far side. Again, early morning hours here in Minneapolis. I said not as early as it is in Vancouver, but folks get up watching their squad play. Connor, here's the camera guy. Shows up with Caribou. Nice guy. Got to get that morning kick going. Face off just outside the zone. And And Washington will end up controlling ultimately in the neutral. O'Byrne had it, lost it, gets it back. Compton Benson giving chase against Dallowall. And keeping in good pressure that time for number 7, Chloe Brock. Chloe had her first goal of the year yesterday. Evans, far pass, nothing doing there, as I think number 10 had pinched in was O'Byrne on that far side. Pacific trying to get it out, but aggressive forecheck. Campbell Haggerty, 25 in black. Shot through traffic, and Hendricks able to stack the pads, get the glove down, and we've got a whistle. 7:12 to go. It's still 2-1 Washington over the Steelers of Pacific. All right, everybody's got, looks like, I think we got a fresh 5 for each squad. As Kaler looks to bring something out for Pacific. Nice move to split a couple of defenders. Kaler staying with that puck down that left side board. She's shadowed there over there by Hemingway. Lost the puck. Check, that was Hill, I should say, on the shadow. And out it comes once again, forcing to regroup. Dollywall is going to circle her own net. Aggressive forecheck by Villette, number 4 in black. Pride not really letting Pacific get set up at all defensively. They're on them every time down in that zone, which is where this puck is going to come after another icing. And looks like we're going to get, looks like both teams might have made a full player change again. Again, 6:34 to go here in the first. Hemingway and there with the goals for Washington. Wu with the goal for the Pacific Steelers. And here comes number 10, Siebertova. Far side. She's got Wu with her. Wu's going to get the puck out of it. She's going to get lost. Throwing a nice play by Vetterman defensively for the Pride. Couple of 3-on-2 battle there near side boards. 4 players there for Pacific. I'm sure they'd like to be spread out just a little bit more. Wu in deep, along with number 10 that time was Siebertova. And not able to be kept in. Washington potentially a 2-on-1, but just offsides were the Pride. Looked like it was Lido that was battling along the near side boards with a defender, just enough to slow her down. Face-off just outside the zone, right in front of the Pacific bench. Controlled by the Pride. McGee will go deep. 20 in black, tried to center it in front. She was looking for Hemingway. Went off the skate of a defender, and Pacific able to clear. Washington across the blue line. Everybody on it. No. Got. I'm sure they were. Thought they were on sides, but apparently not. No, there was just a little bit of a fumble of the puck coming across the blue line. Apparently just enough. I don't know if we have face-off stats anywhere, but boy, Washington, I think, has won 80, 90% of them so far. Pacific, and that's going to go back out to the neutral zone. Just over 5 minutes to go in this opening period. A penalty-free period thus far between the Washington Pride and the Pacific Steelers. Battle behind the net. Going to go walk out front. No, couldn't quite control the puck that time. That was Prantner, Eleonora Pranter, a St. John Fisher commit. Whoa, we got an upending there in neutral. Officials quickly waved their arms saying nothing doing there. Kaler in deep, but she was all alone though as they were changing up behind the play was Pacific. And here comes Washington once again. Pacific though able to clear that one out as Jessica Bride. Dumping that one in that time for Pacific. It was Soe. Hutton giving chase that time is Lee. Overskates the puck. Possible turnover. Could Pacific do something with this? They tried to get to Lee in the middle. Could not get her. And we've got a big collision. Somebody losing a stick down there. It's a Washington Pride player. But one of her teammates are coming out. Actually, two of them come out. They are onside this time. Quick shot. Hendricks got the blocker on that one. Nice save by Julianne, I should say. Pacific trying to get this one out of their own zone. And rarely been easy for the Steelers to do so, but Lee gets it out this time. Loses the puck, though, as she was quickly outmanned 1-on-3. Washington again, quickly on the offensive attack. Might have changed up a defender behind the play, did Washington. And that puck just squirts out as the Pride couldn't keep it in. Coming the other way, though. Siebertova knocked off the puck. Nice defensive play by Vetterman. 3:18 to go in the first. Tried to get it in front. Nothing doing that time. Went off the side of the cage. And that one was played with a high stick. Didn't matter because it went to the Pacific squad. Next, we do play on. Whistle free, long shot. Woo, got a good shot on that one. Whistled wide of the cage. She has the early goal for Pacific. Couldn't quite get around that defenseman, Castelli. Made one move. Oh, there's number 91 in white. Again, we don't know that player's name. Opportunity. And tipping that one just wide. Set up beautifully, but could not connect for the Pride, and it remains just a one-goal lead for Washington. Pacific avoiding a really bad situation there. And Washington looks to get set up. And stopping, spinning that time. Vetterman, nice to forecheck by that time by Hu Kwang for Pacific. As we're down to the 2 minutes to go opening period here on the old YouTube channel. A couple of nines going at it. Along for Pacific, and that was Blum for the Pride. And the puck get out near side. No, kept in. Prantner. Nope, now it comes out. Couldn't quite get it as she went towards center ice. Or the center of the ice, I should say. Big collision. Opportunity coming the other way. Johnston. But she's going all alone. Pacific changing everybody else up behind the play. And I want to check that was Sharif, 44. Johnston is 14. And the Washington Pride out of their zone again. Prantner can't quite control just outside the blue line. Long shot all the way in by Jordan, and she's going to head to the bench. Chasing in is Cronforce, number 2, battling against a couple of Pacific players, and it's Cronforce coming away with it. Gets it back at the half wall. Back up top. Didn't have a left point person yet. Now they do have one as Leto come in off the bench. Good shadow there by Bride for Pacific. And couldn't quite get that one off. That time was Prantner. Made a nice move to get to the center. Now she gets the shot off, and Hendricks gets the glove on to stop with 26.4 in period number 1. Face-off will P to Hendricks left. Looks like Bride to draw for Pacific, number 7 against number 15, Benson. Lee, can she get it out of the zone? No, as a couple of 15s battle along the half wall. Washington looking to get one here as the seconds tick down in this opening frame. Backhand in front, nobody there wearing black. Nice defensive play that time by the Pacific Steelers. And we have got our first penalty of the game with 6.1 seconds to go. Looks like it's going to be Haggerty to sit for Washington. I want to give Aurora Kaler credit. She was the one that intercepted that pass for Pacific. Nice defensive play. 19:53 time of this one. believe they called her for checking. And Washington just going to go to the corner with this one. The final couple of seconds will tick off. And the horn sounds. We'll do a quick between periods here for the teams. Shots that period, Washington had 13 and Pacific had 6. Now welcome back inside 3M Arena at Mariucci. We'll work this technology here. Didn't have my morning coffee. Again, 2-1 Washington as we get set for period number 2. A first period, really Washington able to move the puck almost at will in the Pacific zone on too many occasions if you're a Pacific fan. But the Pacific Steelers, they are within 1. Washington, they got 2 goals in the first 2:33 of this game. The Pacific able to get one at the 6:14 mark by Wu. Did mention, by the way, on that, I don't think we mentioned the assists on the Wu goal back. It was Branka Cybertov and Bavneet Gollywall with the assist for the Pacific Steelers. There's Alexander Hemingway and Ruby there with the goals for Washington back in that first 20 minutes. And here comes Washington the other way, leading the rush. Oh, couldn't get the good shot off. Gets the puck back, still gets a good shot off, goes high and wide, though. It was Genevieve Villette, a 2026 grad. 5 players on the Washington squad are committed for future hockey. Morgan Hill, 14, and Madeline Hill. They're both going to the University of New England. Both 2025. I'm going to go out on a limb that they're twins. Casey Blum, she's a Delaware commit, number 9 in black with the puck for Washington. But instead, come the other way for Pacific is Lee. Dump it back in. Hendricks made some big saves early on for Pacific. The right-handed catch. And kind of like you take it there in the neutral. And it's going to be Pacific looking to set something up coming near side. Montagano dumps it in. Played behind the net by Madison Maloney. 2025 grad for the Washington Pride. Maloney had a shutout yesterday morning and then in a win. Over they beat Rothsay Northwood 3-0. Penalty just about over. You can hear the stick on the other end. And they indeed is over. Puck just stays on the playing surface. Big hit at center shot. That goes just wide. That was, by the way, that big hit coming out of the box was Campbell Haggerty. She was sprinting over to her bench and collided with Along. I don't think there was anything intentional there by either player. It was just two in the same spot, and the collision occurred. Trying to keep it in the zone is Washington, and they do. Back across, they're trying to get McGee opportunity. Hendrick slams the door as Cronforce with a good opportunity from right in front. As Washington, though, keeping up the pressure. It was Hemingway, McGee, and then Cronforce. This will be Prantner far side. Actually, it might have been Prantner instead of McGee, 26, not 20. I'm trying to read these sweaters from high in the press box here at 3M Arena. Hey, next door at Ritter Arena, you're much, much closer to the ice. Of course, Ritter Arena, the home for the Golden Gopher women, 7-time national champs. Frozen Four will be played there in March for women's hockey. Washington looking to break it out of the zone. Here they come that's Cronforce. And that was McGee. That was defended nicely that time by Pacific. Kept in though over far side. Yeah, big collision along the near side boards. Slow to get up that time, but playing on. Like, was it Monagano for Pacific? Usually you don't hear thuds like that in these games. But the bodies just kind of met again at the same place, and the boards happen to be there. Down low, the Pride looking to get something set up this time. Are they going to go back up top? They will. Puck did stay in. Official right on the call. Knocked down that time by number 71, Dollawall. And down it goes. Should be an eye. No, they're going to call the icing. I couldn't tell. I thought the one official had her arms out, as in waving it off, but actually, it was up. So 15:52 to go. Period number 2. And the Washington Pride holding that 2-1 lead. Pacific looking to get something coming out of the zone this time with Kahlert. Kahlert stops, spins, has to get the puck back as she's shadowed nicely by Haley Kramer for Washington. Kramer with the puck. She'll send it near side over to Castelli. Can she get it out? Not quite, because Kahlert pinched in again to keep it in for Pacific, looking to get the equalizer. Lee battling hard in for Pacific, 15. And here comes Washington the other way. Villette, drop pass. Quick shot. No, that hit traffic in front. That was Ruby Thayer with the attempt. That would have been her second in the game had it connected. Here's McGee on the intercept. Washington got a gal going to the net. Up into the netting, goes deflected by a Pacific defender. Good pressure again by Washington. Although nice to see Pacific go down. They had got to try to get something set up in the offensive zone. But it has been the case a lot of this game so far. Washington able to punch it out and get something set up in the Pacific zone. Bring it around the boards, half wall near side. And Pacific, can they punch this one out? Nice job defensively. Siebertova knocked that one down, got it out of the harm's way. Although it is back in the zone. Try to get that long pass out to number 91. Intercepted that time by Jordan. Aggressive McGee on the forecheck, and Hendricks just going to have to reach out and cover the puck. Probably wisely just cover the puck. And we'll get another face-off to her right. Washington going to put a fresh 5 skaters on the ice. Pacific, no changes at this whistle. Wu on the draw for Pacific. Kind of a juicy rebound there, but it came out of harm's way, knocked out. And will it be nice if it gets there? It is. I don't think the puck was quite there, but it was close enough for the officials. You can hear the tweet. And we'll do this all over again in the Pacific zone. This time, well, it's going to be Hendricks. Yeah, Hendricks left. That's about the only difference. Again, will it be Wu on the draw against Hemingway? Hemingway wins that one. Over skating the puck that time was a Pride player. Oh, she had her stick had broken. So yeah, there's a couple $100 that'll be. Rink-wide pass. Couldn't quite get control, but they are able to backhand this one into the Washington zone. Going to get 4 fresh players on for Pacific. Dana Birch making that change for her squad. And here comes McGee. Looks like she's going to try to backhand that one back between her legs to a teammate coming down the slot. Couldn't quite pull it off. And it goes, and again, Pacific will regroup. Sienna Ho Quang, I believe it is, leading the rush. There's 44, Sharif near side. Oh, lost the puck just as she got across the blue line as she met a trio of Pride players. Backhand across, nothing doing, just a little too far. Was coming down for the tip, but she was about a stride behind. Seven minutes gone by in this period. Still just 2-1 Washington. All these goals were scored in the first 6:14 of this hockey game. Been a quiet 20 minutes in terms of lighting the lamp since then. Rebound, no, it couldn't quite get there. Bride was shut down by Maloney. Got that pad save down, did Madison. Circling is Kahlert, pardon me. And here comes Washington. Long outlet pass. Ruby there. And Hendricks puts the glove there, making sure that puck was not loose. And face off to the right of Hendricks. Little stretch of whistle-happy hockey here in the last, minute and a half of game time. Game has had plenty of good flow to it otherwise. Pride keeping on the pressure. And that one got blocked on the way through by Bride. And out it goes. Good hustle that time by Villette to get that puck and try to get it into the zone, which she did. Washington top of the circle. Not sure she saw that, but she made the save. They don't ask how. As long as it stays out, Hendricks and Pacific will be happy. 1-on-3. Pacific comes away with the loose puck, and Lee trying to go 1-on-about-3. And Washington into the zone. Hendricks stick save, covered up. Washington might have been a hair offside on that, but not an issue as the puck was covered. And we'll face it off again in the Pacific zone. Shots right now, 19-9 Pride. 6-3 this period. Intercepted by the Pride. Tried to find that one back at the blue line, split her own defenders, and Washington will be forced to regroup in their own zone. Forecheck, nice aggressiveness that time by Pacific. And it looks like, trying to see who that is. Wu is in there, and I'm trying to read the other number for Pacific. Looks like number 10, Sabertova. 2-on-1 the other way, possibly even a 3-on-1 for the Pride. Shot high off the lively bounce. And again, another glove save by Julianne Hendricks. Busy young lady in between the pipes today. Montagano to draw for Pacific against, that was Hemingway. Washington controls, back in front. Nothing there. Good defensive coverage as I say that. That puck bounces loose. Somebody lost a glove, picked it up briefly, or they picked it right back up. Shot is there, stepping in, just missing wide was Vetterman. Thought about taking it from high in the slot, moved in a couple of strides. And Maloney will get the paddle down, get the glove down. Quick whistle for a rare faceoff in the Washington zone. Just shy of halfway in this hockey game. 10-12 to go in the second. Benson wins the draw for Washington. Jordan's going to maybe come out with it. Loses the puck at neutral. Here, opportunity for Pacific. They had numbers coming into the blue line. Oh, Lee gets taken, hit down hard, an incidental contact by Madeline Hill. Losing a blade, turnover. Washington, can they take advantage? Down in the zone again. That's Haggerty. She's up in, and we're going to have a penalty upcoming. First of the game on the Pacific Steelers. That should be a trip. Pretty obvious call there. Right in front of the official. 10:29. Washington will go on the power play for the first time this morning. Kate Johnston, the guilty party. Washington 3 for 4 on the power play against Mount Academy yesterday afternoon. Lee and Wu come onto the ice for Pacific. Canard out there as well on the PK. And I believe that's Bride in there as well. Check that, that's not Bride, it's actually Dollywall, 71, not 7. As Washington looking to get to make this a 3-1 hockey game. Hendricks, a couple of big saves there. Keeps it 3-1. Another odd angle shot. Three opportunities there for Leto. Leto, the team's leading scorer. She'll get it back here in the middle. That was knocked down nicely. Connor got in the way of that one for Pacific. Yep. 1:17 to go in the player advantage for the Pride. Prantner circles. Looked to get it in front. I think McGee was the intended target. Prantner will get it across. He said, no, just missed it on the one-timer. It was set up nicely. Blum couldn't quite get it off. Prantner once again. She'll just send it down low where she's hoping her teammate Leto can control. 1-on-2. Little help coming in as number 9, Blum. Got a 2-on-2. Referees have pretty much been letting them play, and you could hear him say, play it. 40 to go. Player advantage, Washington. Going to make this a 2-goal hockey game. They scored twice in 2:33 to start this one. Been blanked since. Definitely the better of play has been by the Pride. McGee, that was kicked away. Dollywall. 14 to go in the player advantage that has been inside the Pacific zone the entire time. McGee, quick bounce off the boards. That goes off the outside of the cage. Boards are definitely lively at 3M Arena this morning. And back at full strength are the Pacific Steelers. Staying in the play will be Johnston. Washington continues to circle. And McGee with a shot. Hendricks with another glove save. And again, a 2-1 hockey game. I believe that'll be the 21st shot on goal for Washington. I don't know. Shot attempts have got to be, it's 21-10 shots on goal, but the shot attempts have got to be 4-1 Washington, maybe? Something like that. Intercepted that time. Pass, cross ice pass. Puck does come out. .6:55 to go, second period. Here at 3M Arena on the campus of the University of Minnesota. JWHL hockey in the Twin Cities this weekend. And Maloney will make the save. Easy one that time for Madison. 6th shot on goal this period for the Pacific Steelers. And we've got, let's see, we do have, well, we got to get one more Washington Pride player out. There she comes. Dumped in that time by number 23 in white. That was Bolasescu. And back to the Pacific zone. And it will be an icing, so we're going to go back to the Washington zone. Face off looks like it'll be to the left of Madison Maloney. Mitchell Maloney comes into the season .296 goals against average, .883 on the save percentage. Played 8 games, 7 of those were starts. Opportunity. Hendricks makes the save there. Again, stacking the pads. If not for Hendricks, this could easily be a 4, maybe even a 5-goal deficit for Pacific. But Hendricks has been outstanding. Hollowall going to go in deep into the Washington zone. Tried to get it in front. She had Jessica Bride coming down the slot. But a nice defensive play by the Washington Pride Cronforst. And she carries it all the way down to the other end. Washington changing up a couple of defenders so they had nobody back at the blue line momentarily. Now they do. And the puck is going to come out where Jordan will have to send it far side for Hemingway in front of the scorer's table. Nope, no penalty upcoming. Official quickly, arms extended to make sure there was nothing coming. Here's Kahlert keeping it in at the point. Again, Washington controlling in their own zone, however. Cronforst 1-on-2. She'll go to her backhand, finds a teammate coming in the right dot, and the teammate is the form of Madeline Hill, who gets it out of the zone for the Pride. Deep down Cronforst, and she will head to the bench for a change. Only change being made by the Pride. Wu, I should say, runs into her own teammate, Zoe, at the blue line. And Washington, Jordan into the zone with 4 minutes to go. Second period. Still just 2-1 Washington. That puck did get out. And it's going to be brought out of the zone by Pacific, so no whistle. Pride looking to get the outlet pass up to there. Ruby there, 2026 grad, wears sweater number 12. Washington keeping it back in the zone with Benson. Benson, a 2026 grad. Haggerty tried to get it ahead back to there. And Pacific brings it out, dumps it back into the zone. Siebertova gives chase, but Kramer, first player, or Evans, I should say, first player there for Washington. Siebertova overskates the puck at neutral. A couple of players fall down. Sharif comes in, and the shot, Maloney steers that aside. Slow to get up back behind the play is Siebertova, but she makes it to the bench. Hopefully just kind of got the wind knocked out of her a little bit. And that shot goes off the skate of a defender. That was Villette looking to get on the score sheet today. Down, Siebertova looks to be okay on the bench. 2:21 to go, second period. Kept in Sharif. Washington would love to get an insurance marker before intermission. Kind of letting Pacific hang around in this one. Shots 22-12 at the moment. As we said a little bit ago, shot attempts tremendously Washington's favor. And no call there. Johnston upended a player. Looked on at both referees, and neither one arm in the air. That we nearly, I say we should add a second there, but hey, we're up here. We're not wearing the stripes. .127 to go. Maybe one more line change for each of these squads in this period. Backhand in front. Nobody there wearing black. Actually going to get the shot off. That hit traffic in front. Another opportunity that time for number 9, Blum. Puck is loose somewhere in that mass of bodies, and it remains, and it's in! 3-1 Washington. I think it's Lado. 1:04 to go. And indeed it is going to be Lito, first player to the bench. Pacific looking for an explanation. I think they thought that Hendricks had that puck. I couldn't tell from our vantage point. Just I saw about 6 bodies right in front of the blue paint. But the officials right on top of it. This one will be 18:56. We'll chat over at the scores table. Got to make sure we know who the goal scorer is. See if they could figure out who got any assists on that one, as that puck was bouncing around aplenty in that zone. Hemingway, quick shot, goes just wide. Rebound. Oh, and Hendricks that time, big save. That was nearly a second Washington goal in a matter of seconds. But Julianne Hendricks all over it. And we've got a little more talking between Hendricks and the rest of the Pacific players. Maybe wonder if somebody crashed the net a little too much there, a little snow shower. Yeah. They're saying Lito unassisted, by the way, on the score sheet. Final minute of play before the teams will head to the locker room and will resurface. Moving around that time, Cronforst. Nice defensive play, though, to get back by Bride. Bryde, I hope that is pronounced Bride. Washington inside 30 to go in the period. Tried to get it across. Prantner couldn't get a good shot on that because she was tied up nicely by a defender. Into the corner, Hemingway. Back out front, couldn't quite connect. 10 to go in the period. Cronforst. Pacific will be thrilled just to keep this one down below the goal line. Can Washington get a quick shot off? Oh, just missing on the tip that time. Front force was there. I think she might have been tied up just enough. Couldn't get the stick on it. So we go to intermission. The Washington Pride 3. The Pacific Steelers 1. Shots through 2 periods. 25-12 Pride. And we're going to take a break. You're watching JWHL Hockey on the YouTube. Welcome back inside 3M Arena at Mariucci here on the campus of the University of Minnesota. We get set for third period action. The Washington Pride lead the Pacific Steelers by a 3-1 count. Connor Harthorn running camera. My name is Mike Cook. Happy to be with you here from Minneapolis, here in the state of hockey. This game been a lot of Washington. Finally got that insurance goal late in that second period. Lido gives them that 3-1 lead. As we said, if not for Pacific netminder Julianne Hendricks. Well, as I say that, I look down. She is actually out of the game, been replaced by Amy McLeod. So McLeod going to get the third period for Pacific. But Hendricks, outstanding performance between the pipes for that young lady. Shots on goal were, I think, 25-12 Washington through two periods. So that's been that kind of a day. First two periods for Hendricks. And we'll get McLeod will have her opportunity. And we've got a penalty upcoming. This one will be against Pacific. As Pacific touches the puck with 1:32 gone by here in the third. And heading to the penalty box, Jessica Bride. And she knew it right away. Is going to go for a trip. Oh for 1 on the power play is Washington. Actually, 0 for 1 also Pacific. Hendricks 88% on the save percentage in this morning's game. We mentioned again a lot of tough saves. There weren't too many easy ones for that young lady. Here's Evans is sick. I'm saying correctly. Hadley Kramer, by the way, number 8, I should say. She'll pinch low as they try to circle up top with Hegarty. It's from the dot, and McLeod with a save for Pacific. Her first of the period. 1:21 to go in the player advantage for Washington. They're going to put a fresh 5 out, and you're going to get a fresh 4 killers for Pacific. Lee on the draw, but it was won by Leto. Kept in by the Pride. I think the last time on the power play, Washington kept the puck in the Pacific zone the entire time. McLeod with the guy, might have got a save on that one. I'm not sure if it got through, and that one's going to be whistled all the way down. Forced to play that one in her own net is Madison Maloney, number 35 in black for Washington. 11 saves through 2 periods. You can hear a lot of noise here in 3M Arena. We got a couple of teams, Naha and RNS, getting psyched up, ready to go. They'll be next on this ice. See them over the concourse. We've got some tunes cranked, some soccer going on. Looks like some dancing going on. But on the ice, it's Washington back into the zone. Down circle, Kronforce, pardon me. 10 to go in the player advantage. Tried to get it in front. McLeod got the paddle in the way, and that one's actually going to get all the way outside the zone. Washington 0 for 2 on the PP. As back onto the ice is number 7, Jessica Bride. Pacific really pretty much has to get this next goal. They can't afford to go down by 3 to this Washington squad. Here comes our mystery player, number 91. Dumps it into the zone. And this will be Evans stopping, spinning. Ariana Evans, 2025 grad. Haley Benson got the puck. Benson will send it across. In through traffic. That's going to go wide of the cage. Curse through the blue paint. Backed up top. Evans long shot into traffic. Tried to get the redirect that time was Haggerty. Haggerty was in front. Got a stick on it, but McLeod, nice save. 15.5 to go in the third. Pacific looks to break it out. Number 9 leading the way. That's Along. Caitlin Along. Icing is the call, and we'll go back to the Pride zone with 15:23 to go. Dare I say in regulation. It is a 3-1 hockey game. Quick shot. Quick shot. Oh, and save that time. It was nearly 3-2, but Maloney, I think, got the left pad and the blocker on that one. Again, we're not sure who number 91 is for Pacific. Like I said, we're guessing maybe just somebody with a different jersey. Coming down, here comes anyone. Backhand, forehand, could not quite connect. Great opportunity for Pacific once again to nearly cut that lead in half. Instead, we stay on at 3-1. Looking at the Pacific roster, I don't know. I'm thinking that might be Zoe Kevis, number 21. We have not called Kevis's name tonight. And I don't see it. Like I said, I don't see a 21 on their bench, so I'm gonna assume that's Kevis at this from going forward. Deep in the zone. That puck was tipped, so no chance of icing. Aggressive forecheck that time. McGee for Washington. Seen Washington a few times this weekend, and McGee, one of those players that just only knows to go full all out. There's no half doing it for number 20. Coming out of the zone this time, number 9 for Washington, Blum. And we've got a whistle because we have got a hook upcoming. And let's see who the guilty party is. And looks like heading to the sin bin is Barunka Sabertova for Pacific. This penalty will come at 6:22 here of the third. Second power play opportunity of the period for Washington, third of the game. Looks like the draw for Washington will be taking again by Hemingway. Again against Bride. Seen that draw a lot this morning. Kramer sends it back at the left point. Oh, she's actually going to go back up top. Now Kramer's going to get it back. A little pitch and catch that time. That Vetterman, number 18, is her defensive partner at the moment. And out it comes. Trying to leak her way out with the potential Russell's Montagano. And instead it's going to be Washington deep back into the zone. Hemingway got this whole thing started 41 seconds into the game. Nope, unable to be kept in that time by the Pride on the bouncing puck. And they shall regroup with 1:18 to go in the player advantage. Long opportunity, McGee just a step behind the defense. McGee backhand hits the iron on the backhand. Goalie's best friend. Nearly 4-1 as she went to the backhand. Washington's trying to keep that pressure in the zone. It's going to come near side boards. Nobody there. Good battle. A couple players for each squad. And that puck does squirt out to the neutral zone where Lee tried to break for Pacific. But back there was Vetterman. And Washington now going to put a couple of fresh defenders on the ice. Jordan is out there, number 11, along with Madeline Hill. Shot outside of the net. You saw the net move, but that was on the outside. Maloney guarding that post tightly. Makes the save again. And just 3-1 Washington. Pacific just hanging around. Long outlet pass. That's intercepted by number 23, Balasescu. You hear the big thud off the end boards. And again, just back out. Pacific freshly out of the box. Number 10 is Siebertova into the zone. Tries to keep that puck, and nope, going to come out the other way. A couple of Pacific players kind of both reached for it, but the Pride player able to poke it out. Evans dumps that one in. The left-handed shot, number 6. Been out there a lot for Washington. Long shot, and McLeod, paddle, glove, whistle. 11 to go in regulation. Don't forget, coming up next, we got Rothsay and Naha here on this rink. Northwood and Stanstead scheduled for 10 o'clock next door over at Ritter Arena. Philadelphia and Mount Academy scheduled the first game over at Ritter. I've not heard a score update on that one. And Pacific through the neutral zone across the big M here at the University of Minnesota. And Haggerty tries to backhand that out for Washington. Does have success doing so. And this will be number 33 for Pacific, Aurora Kahlert. Kahlert's had a nice game, I think, for Pacific. Nice defensive plays. Had at least one good scoring opportunity. Wheeling down through the Viederman. Washington changing up quite a few players behind the play. Halfway home in this third period, still 3-1 Pride. Along for Pacific into the zone. Upended was a long that time. That was off of incidental contact. And Washington, can they break it out? Kept in. Nope, they're going to say it did just sneak out. DeLong reached in with that stick right in front of the Washington bench, but just a split second too late. Face off right in front of the Pride bench. So Pride 8-7-1 coming into this one. Pacific 2-10 coming in. Here's Wu. She's the goal scorer for Pacific, battling in there with Jordan. Tried to get to the front. Wu, quick turnaround, tied up. It was that Jordan, I think, that did the honors for Washington. No, another quick shot. Actually, tying up was Lito. Lito, who got the goal, or actually does not have a goal yet today for Washington. Had a hat trick yesterday. No, yeah, Lito did get that. I should say got that goal for Washington. That's what I thought. I wrote down the wrong number on my score sheet. Yeah, Blum and McGee were the assists, by the way, on that goal back late in the second period. I don't think we'd announced that part. A quick shot that goes just wide off Lito's stick. Washington, they just keep coming at you. McGee tried to go 1-on-3. That did not work out well for the Washington forward. And it'll be Adams and the Pride looking to bring out of the zone 1-on-3. Far side puck dumped back in. Again, we think that's Zoe Kevis in 91 for Pacific. But here comes the other number 21. This one happens to wear black for Washington, Hemingway. Hemingway gets it back up top. Long shot from way out. That went off the skate of Bolescu, I should say. And as we've said quite a few times, Washington regroup, bring it out of their zone. Cronforth likes to get in deep on that offense. Bring the puck out of the zone and then get in quick with it. And we've got another save by Amy McLeod. 7:09 to go. Still 3-1 our score. And Washington, looks like somebody lost something as the officials handed it off. I don't know if it was a mouth guard or what it was exactly. Might have been. Could have been, yeah, butt end of a stick. Could have been, yeah. Could have been a lot of different things. Again, we're up here quite a ways at 3M Arena. Much different feel than when you're down much closer to the ice. Okay. Pacific 3-on-2 potential. They're just going to dump it in instead. Montagano with doing so. And that's going to give Washington an opportunity to quickly break it back out the other way. Wu to regroup for the Steelers. Wu with some wheels. She's got Lee with her. Wu trying to go backhand, forehand. Intercept or got in the way was Vetterman. Nice defensive play. Bringing it out. Here's there. Shot easily stepped aside by McLeod. Jordan across Hill. Madeline Hill, I should say. There's also a Morgan Hill. She wears 14. Madeline's 22. Backhand, forehand. That was blocked nicely by Johnston for Pacific. Chloe Broke looking to light the lamp in this one. Battle right at the boards in front of the Pacific bench. And it's going to be Broke in Washington. 5.5 to go. Broke. They're going to say stayed on sides. Thought that skate might have got up in the air a little bit, but Bolescu couldn't quite clear it. A little battle there. A little physicality there at the half wall. As we're down to 5 to go. And 2 goals early for Washington. Pacific got one 6 minutes into the first, and then just the 1 goal by Lido late in the second. Blocked by Johnston again. Johnston with a couple of nice blocks in the last, 30 or 35 seconds probably. Washington setting up, wheeling in the corner. They're going to send it low. McGee has it taken away. Nice play by Pacific. That was 23 on the takeaway, Victoria Bolescu. And icing will be the call. Everything was good until the icing. 4:29 it says on the clock. Kind of a half-hearted whistle there, I think, by the official. You can still hear it, but it wasn't exactly. Yeah, officials have had a lot of ice time. Again, the rink here at 3M Arena just a little bit above like NHL size. Maloney with a big save to keep this a 3-2 game. Maloney hasn't been tested a whole lot, but makes the big save right there for Washington. I was going to say, up until I think last year, this was an Olympic-sized sheet of ice inside 3M Arena, and University of Minnesota spent a few $1 million to update things and make it a little bit smaller. Still, like I said, still not quite your basic 200 by 85, but much closer than the Olympic size. And they were able to add some nice seating along the glass. I'm sure those go for probably a pretty penny for us and men's go for hockey games. 2-on-1, just a little too far. McGee, the intended target on that breakout. Hooked back in. A lot of hockey for these ladies this weekend. 4th game for Washington. I believe I thought it said it was the 5th game, but I think that was a misprint. It's 4 apiece. And these games started on, back on Friday. It had 1 there, 2 yesterday. Hopefully the players were able to get out and experience some of the sights here in town. That would have been offside. Washington's got they do get back. Shot McGee. That was blocked, and she gets a little shove for her efforts. Actually, that was Prancer 26, not 20. And Maloney easily kicks that one aside with 3:12 to go. And shots were 25-12. Washington, after 2 periods, it's now 31-16 Pride. 32-16 Pride. McLeod yet to be scored on. 7 shots, 7 saves. As we said, Julianne Hendricks had the first 2 periods. Gave up 3 goals, but easily could have been more. As I said, Julianne made some really, really nice saves for Pacific. Pacific trying to get that puck out, but Campbell Haggerty, nice defensive play for Washington. And into the zone. Here coming the other way, Pacific. That should be an ice, and indeed it will be. I don't know if that player saw the official over there. Well, the pass almost went right to the official, but 2:17 to go. We said coming up, we've got Naha and Rothsay at 3M Arena. The high-flying Naha squad. 11-3-1. They lead this. They are atop the standings by 3 points over Philadelphia, the Junior Flyers. And Rothsay, they are down in the 6th spot among the 8 squads. Inside 2 minutes to go. Washington Pride appear to be well on their way to another win, which we just said make them 8-7-1 on the season. Number 7 in, Jessica Bride. For Pacific into the zone. McLeod does stay between the pipes. But they might consider pulling her. So as I say that, she started to look towards the bench. And now she's actually going to come out. Pacific going to go to 6 skaters with a 2-goal deficit and $1.13 remaining. Dana Birch going for the 6 up front. See if Washington can get the puck out of the zone. Had a lot of success at 5-on-5. Can they do it 5-on-6? That one does come out. Minute to go. Last minute of play between the Pacific Steelers and the Washington Pride. Pride all over that blue line. Another shot. Maloney makes the save down. That right pad on that one. Washington, can they get it out? No, kept in just inside the blue line. I believe that was Kevis, and that one's going to come out. It should be an ice, and it will be with 35.9 to go in this one. These teams will travel back to their respective coasts after this one. Vancouver heading back, of course, to the gorgeous city over there on the Pacific, and Washington heading back to our nation's capital. Maybe make it back in time to catch a little bit of the Commanders game. As the Commanders looking to make it to the Super Bowl for the first time since the 1991 season. And they are going to be leaving with, it appears, a 3-1 win. We're down to 15 seconds to go. Woo, a little too far for Lee. And that's going to be an icing with 8 seconds to go. Just drop the puck and few whacks at it, and we'll call this one a game. Couple of players sitting on the bench already for Pacific. I think they're ready just to skate off, hop over those boards, head to the locker room, and which will happen in a matter of right now. The Washington Pride 3, Pacific Steelers 1. Washington now 9-7-1 on the year. Pacific falls to 2-11. Final shots on goal, 32-18 in favor of the Pride. And that's going to wrap things up for this game on the Junior Women's Hockey League. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.